This is Twit.
YouTube co-founders Chad Hurley and Steve Chen's new company Avos has released a new mobile video app called Mixbit. Mixbit users capture up to 16 seconds of video at a time, then use the app to edit it up. They can edit up to 256 clips into a story, into a little video. You can even take video clips from other users' posts to put it in your own. We'll see how that plays. Final videos can be shared on Twitter, Facebook, Google+, and of course on Mixbit itself. Mixbit hit iOS today and should be coming to Android soon.
Good news first. T-Mobile has increased its subscriber base for the first time in over 2 years. The company added a net 1.1 million customers in the second quarter, with 688,000 of those coming from its postpaid customers. It also added 8.9 million customers from its acquisition of Metro PCS. So here's the bad news. Even with 27.5% increase in revenue to $623 billion, T-Mobile still lost $16 million overall, compared with a profit of $207 million last year.
The Un-carrier with unprofits. Remember the whole e-book price fixing thing where DOJ said Apple and a bunch of publishers rigged prices of e-books? Well, the 5 publishers who settled with the DOJ are now opposing the U.S. government's proposed injunction whereby Apple and other e-book retailers like Amazon would be able to discount the publishers' e-books for 5 years. The publishers say that the injunction is punishing them, and it directly conflicts with the settlements the publishers made with the government.
I know. It seems like we just had IDC mobile market share numbers. Time flies when you're dominated by Android. IDC estimates Android accounted for 79% of all smartphones shipped worldwide in Q2, growing 74% over last year. Android took 13% increase in shipments, and iOS increased shipments by 20%. Windows Phone has solidified its numbers, growing 78% year over year, while BlackBerry declined 12%. The Android dominance may be peaking, however, in the U.S. as ComScore reported users in the United States declined for the first time ever.
Microsoft's Xbox One console, due to go on sale in November, will have some key features only available with an annual subscription. Recording and sharing of gameplay videos, making Skype video calls, and using a service that finds gaming opponents will all require an Xbox Live Gold account, currently running you $60 per year.
Aereo announced it's expanding its service to some big markets. Miami will get Aereo service starting on September 2nd. Houston gets broadcast TV via the internet starting September 16th. And if you're in Dallas, Aereo launches for you on September 23rd.
Remember the Xerox copier compression error, which swapped measurement numbers on floor plans? We talked about it earlier. It's been patched. Hooray. Xerox says the issue only arose if users altered the default settings in its Work Center copiers to a lower resolution, weirdly called normal resolution. The machine even warns users that character substitution errors may occur if they change it to that setting. The patch, which should come in the next couple of weeks, will not so much fix the problem as disable the setting that causes it. You know what they say, if you can't fix it, break it.
A federal judge has ruled that bitcoins are a currency or form of money and therefore subject to relevant U.S. laws. In the case of a Texas man accused of a big Bitcoin-based fraud, the case revolved around Bitcoin Savings and Trust, a virtual-based hedge fund that many suspected of being a scam. It shut down in August of last year, and the SEC last month formally charged the founder, Trendon Shavers, with running a Ponzi scheme.
Huawei will offer a new line of switches with streamlined upgrading compared to the ease of upgrading apps on a smartphone. You know, Huawei makes smartphones. The software programmable S12700 series will be released in October. The U.S. Congress has accused Huawei of cooperating with Chinese intelligence services and barred government agencies from purchasing Huawei networking equipment. Chinese media have been calling for more Chinese-made networking equipment, accusing Cisco of cooperating with the U.S. NSA on surveillance.
The New York Times reports that the National Security Agency is searching through the contents of Americans' data who merely mention information about foreigners under surveillance. These Americans don't need to be in direct contact with anyone under surveillance. They just need to cite information linked to those foreigners, like a little used email address, and that will lead to the NSA copying emails and other text-based communications. According to the Times source, the keywords that lead to the collection are very precise to minimize the number of innocent American communications that were flagged by the program.